Now, although I've had lots of Leuchtturm notebooks over the years, I've never had the official bullet journal one, and I've bought one for this chapter of my work and life because I've been using the Sterling Ink Common Planner, which I absolutely love, and this holds pretty much everything that I need it to hold alongside using the Todoist task management app. And really, I can't fault this planner. It is everything that I need it to be. Now, the only reason that I'm introducing a bullet journal alongside this one is because my work situation is changing at the moment. So I'm going from things being or feeling fairly simple and straightforward, as in having 2 or 3 long-term clients, to having quite a few additional clients or pieces of work or projects. Some are short-term, some are long-term, under different kind of contracts. And I'm just worried that if I don't organise it up front, then it's going to kind of get on top of me and I won't be as organised as I like to be with my work. So I will keep the Common Planner for basically everything that I use it for already, for which I've made multiple videos previously. But to summarise, I have a daily focus for each of the days, so what I'm focusing on, whether it's my freelance work, my resources, any part-time jobs that I have. So I have a daily focus. I put all my appointments in this side here, and I put all of my personal tasks on the right hand page. I also keep this at the beginning of each month. I keep a record of all the resources tasks that I want to get done that month. So that's the YouTube videos I want to create, the online courses, the other kind of PDFs, things like that, supporting documents, things like that that I create. I keep a list of those for each month of things that I want to create, and generally that has to slot around my other work. And then of course I use it for my personal journal at the back, so the whole of the back section is just a personal journal area. So we'll take a quick look at the official bullet journal, because I haven't done a review of one before, and this is the first time that I've seen one myself. So I'll have a quick look at what's in it first of all, and then I'll just explain briefly how I plan to use it. So it starts with something that I think is very useful, and I'm sure anyone that's ever done any bullet journaling or any really planning of any kind over the years will find useful, and that's this grid guide. So it shows you, for example, you can use this as a ruler, as a template, to divide your page into half, thirds, quarters, sixths, ninths and twelfths, and it shows horizontal lines as well to kind of split your page. This is the green colour that they brought out in 2023, and they bring out a different colour each year. So you've got the usual contact page. You've then got a key which has got the standard bullet journal icons or symbols on it, and then space to create or record any of your own that you use here. You've got a page for intentions that you might want to set. So for me, this bullet journal will be entirely focused on work. It won't have any personal items in here, so I might write a few intentions related to my career and work. We then have 4 pages for an index, which I will be using, and this is one of the reasons that I wanted the official bullet journal. So this is kind of already laid out. You've got 4 pages for an index. You've then got 4 pages for a future log. So this is where you would migrate tasks from the current week or the current month to future months if you realise that they're not urgent and they can get moved back. So you've got 4 pages for that. And then basically we're straight into the dotted notebook grid, which continues all the way throughout. It's got numbered pages, and it's got markings on the page for like the halfway marks as well that refer to this grid here. So that's quite useful as well. So the dotted grid goes all the way to page 206, and importantly with the bullet journal, different to the usual Leuchtturm which has 2 ribbons, this one has 3, so you can separate your chapters or sections quite easily with these 3 different coloured ribbons, which will be quite useful for my work. It comes with some stickers as well, numbers on this side, days of the week here, some bullet journal icons, some little circles, and you've also got 2 of each month stickers here as well, which I will be using when I set it up. I also like that it comes with quite a detailed information booklet about how to bullet journal, so this is just a nice thing to read and just gives you some guidance on how to get the most out of your bullet journal. So that's the bullet journal in a nutshell. I'm going to use it slightly differently because I'm using it solely for work and for the specific purpose of managing multiple clients and multiple contracts, and in my work lots of deadlines as well. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change this future log to a time log. I'm going to split each of these pages into quarters, and then within each quarter I'm going to allocate that to a month. So let's say this first month here is going to be August. I'm going to note down the total working days that are available that month, the number of days that I've been contracted to work in total, and then I'm going to write in here each of my client names or project titles and how many hours I'm contracted to work on each, and I'm going to use this as a time log, so I'm logging how many hours I've done per month per project or client, so that I can keep track that I'm doing the number of hours that I'm contracted to do. And then over in the main section of the bullet journal on the regular grid pages, at the top of each page I'm going to put the client name and the date. I'm going to put the time that I start the work that day and the time that I finish, again so I can keep track of the hours I've worked for that particular client or that particular project. And I'm going to use these pages for things including meeting notes, work in progress, actions that I need to take or questions that I need to ask. And then I'm going to mark each page down at the bottom right hand corner when it's complete, so I know that everything on that page has been done and I no longer need to refer to it. The other way that I've thought about using it, and I might do if it gets to the point where I'm doing a very significant project for a particular client, is that I might split the book into chapters. So I might have an actual section starting later in the book and all of that section is for that particular client. But at the moment I feel like I can probably mix it up and still keep on top of it. I might also use different highlighters, so different color coding system to highlight the pages that refer to whichever client that page is the work for. So we'll see how I get on with that. So I'm just going to set it up now as I've mentioned, and yeah, let you know how I get on with this. But I'd like to know if you've also used a bullet journal specifically for work and how that's worked out for you.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice.